Hi guys, happy Oli Tip Wednesday. This is Nelly. I'm actually sitting at the park today. I decided to go for a little walk just to kind of clear my head a little bit. And it's beautiful. It's in the 60s. I'm sitting near the ducks here in the water, as you can see. It's beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to do this video today on Endoflex, this little red bottle right here. Not a lot of people know that much about this essential oil, so this blend, and I really wanted to let you know about it, what I found out about it, and how you can actually use it to improve your life. So first of all, I want to let you know I'm not here to treat or cure any diseases. I am not a doctor. I am a nurse. I have done a lot of studies on anatomy and physiology, and I have done a lot of research on essential oils. So this is really based on my research. This is not FDA approved, but it is based on all my research. And I have used every oil I am talking about. I have used them. Therefore, I am talking also from experience. So Endoflex actually has endo in it. So we'll talk a lot about the endocrine system today, which secretes glands. This blend actually has 6 different essential oils. It has spearmint, which kind of gives it a little gummy, you know, like those stick of gum kind of smell. Very uplifting. It has nutmeg, sage, myrtle, geranium, and German chamomile. And it also has a carrier oil, sesame oil in it. So you don't even have to dilute it. You can just apply it to any area on your body that needs it. And I will go over that in a few minutes. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about all the glands that we have in our bodies. So we have glands in our brain, the pineal gland, the hypothalamus, pituitary gland sits in our brain, and then we have the thyroid, which is in our neck with the parathyroid next to it. We have the thymus, the adrenal glands that sits on each kidney. We have the pancreas, and we have testes and ovaries, and yes, they are glands. So anyway, so each gland in our body performs a specific function for the body. So, and we're going to talk about why it is so important to keep all of these glands healthy. So, the thing to know is that those glands, all those glands can help regulate our sleep, our metabolism, our mood, and a lot of different things. So it's super important really to keep our endocrine system healthy. So, for example, one of our master glands in our brain, like I'm going to talk about the hypothalamus, for example, you know, it gets a signal from our body that some hormone range is out of whack. So what happens is the hypothalamus basically sends signal down to the gland that's in charge of that particular hormone, and basically tells it to either bump it up or put it down. So for example, yesterday was my husband's birthday, so we had cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. I mean, how can you say no to that? It's so yummy. I mean, it's kind of like a tradition actually in our family. Every year for his birthday, we get a cheesecake. So it sounded great at the time, but let me tell you that after eating 2 slices, my body really didn't like all that sugar that much. So basically what happens when you eat all that sugar is that your brain basically communicates with your pancreas and say, hey, pancreas, you know, I need you to make a boatload of insulin because, you know, we need to get that sugar regulated in the body. So that's what the pancreas is for. So once the pancreas does its job and regulates, gets all the insulin out, regulates the blood sugar, then you start feeling good. And then once the job's done, then the hypothalamus tells the pancreas, hey, good job, you know, you've done a good job, you can stop working so hard now. So it's pretty much a picture of how that works. So but now what does that have to do with essential oils, you're going to tell me? Well, Endoflex, it's actually pretty amazing at helping those glands function properly. And then the best way really to use Endoflex is to actually apply it directly to that gland that needs it the most. For example, if you need like thyroid support, then you would like take a couple drops of your Endoflex, take a couple drops and apply it to your thyroid. And just remember the parathyroid is right next to it, so when you apply it to the thyroid, you pretty much can apply it to the parathyroid. Pancreas, same thing, you know. Our pancreas is about like 5 to 6 centimeter long, you know. It's in the mid left body section of our bodies. Same thing, you just take a couple drops of it and apply it consistently over your pancreas. For adrenal glands, you have to remember that they sit on top of the kidneys, and the best way to apply those is on the back. Oh, the fountain! You guys want to see this fountain going, right? Can you see it? Oh my gosh! This is the best time of the day when the fountain goes up and down. This is great. Love it. Guys, this is wonderful. So anyway, so let's go back to adrenal glands. The adrenal glands actually sit on the kidneys. So what I usually do is I put some drops. Actually use it the most on my husband. He does have adrenal fatigue. I will have you Google it if you want. Google adrenal fatigue. If you get if you're always kind of tired after a meal or in the afternoon, if you just feel like something is out of whack, I'll let you Google that. I don't want to go into it details, but Google adrenal fatigue and see what the symptoms are, and see if maybe you have some of those, and maybe apply a little bit on your adrenal gland and see if it can actually help. So I would usually just put like a couple drops on each hand, and I would just kind of go like this, you know, with my two hands. I'm holding the phone with the other hand, sorry, on his back. And I would just apply it on his kidneys. So with Endoflex, it's very important to apply it to your VitaFlex points. So, and wherever that thyroid is, because this is how it's going to work the best. It's going to help support, your endocrine system so it can work properly. It's going to help you feel much better. The one thing that you cannot do is, obviously, if your ovaries and your testes are not working properly, obviously you cannot apply it down there. So they actually recommend applying it on your ankles, which is the VitaFlex point for your reproductive glands. So when it comes to the Vitality line, I do like to put that in my shake or my Ningxia Red in the morning. I put a couple drops of Endoflex, and it actually gives me some energy throughout the day. I do that a couple days since I take my Ningxia Red twice a day. So I put a couple drops in there, and I can really feel energized throughout the day. So it does work on your endocrine system all over when you take it internally. So one thing to remember, but this one you want to apply it to the area where the thyroid is, and you can feel the difference. So if you are in need of this, get it, put it on your ER, order it. It is a great oil to have. I didn't realize how much I needed it, how much my husband needed it. Actually, is the one that really needed it the most. How much we needed it in our house until my husband was always tired. He was moody. You know, he had all those. He would like crash in the afternoon. So I knew that was something that wasn't going. It wasn't right. So we started applying the Endoflex, and we noticed a huge difference. He was taking a bunch of supplements before, and yes, they helped, but this made a big difference. So I hope this video will help you understand how the endocrine system works and how this little bottle can actually help you feel better. Sometimes we don't realize unless we get a blood test that something's wrong with one of our glands. But sometimes if you look at the symptoms, you can tell something's out of whack, and it just doesn't hurt, you know, to do that. So, and you guys really need to look at this picture again. It's beautiful. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Happy Wednesday.